You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
I
so
just had
what's
my
your deal?
coffee.
You're an editor?
Yeah, I'm an editor. I'm in everything. I'm freelance everything.
All right, so but what do you hear? He's doing the interview,
He's
right?
doing the interview.
Yeah, in fact, I must tell. In fact, there was supposed to be two journalists.
Where's the other cameraman? He's...
Here.
Oh, he's there. Again, okay, you got that guy. And you're getting this guy when he's, you know. Okay, there's two journalists. Good.
Okay, and in fact, they are at the hospital. They are in the emergency room.
Get out of here. What happened to him? They're getting an accident?
One, it's a problem with his lungs, and the other one, it's with his heart. So I'm kind of
He's
replacement.
Move this, slide this away from me. Push this away from me.
So they sent me the questions yesterday. So there are questions more about your cinema and.
All right, hold on. Let me see
about
this
the
shot.
music.
Let me look at this shot. Did you shoot something?
No, I was
Can you
just
go back?
moving it to see where
Oh,
you
you
were.
sit there. Put somebody there. Let me
Okay,
see this.
okay. You were here, so I was just trying to move it to
Yeah,
actually have
good,
you in the
good,
frame.
good. Okay, all right. But these chairs are so fucking uncomfortable.
I know, they sink too much.
All right.
You okay?
All right, let's go. Then.
So do you want to talk first about music, cinema? It's as you like it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just going to start with very simple question. Can we just come back on your will to become a filmmaker? When did it happen?
I mean, it's in my DNA. I don't think I woke up one day and said I'm going to make movies. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like it's just a natural progression of life. At a certain point, you pick up a camera. I don't know when the moment came that you know you're watching cartoons and then you think, well, I could make it and make them. I don't know. You know, I grew up in a creative, you know, environment though. So, you know, people were doing things. So, not so much in my family, but I saw it outside my family. You know, in my family, people. I didn't come from a family of artists, and I came from like blue collar people, you know, working class people. But I don't know, man. You know, I mean, we did it. You know, the music, the filmmaking. You know, just was an obvious. Okay, you got the key.
You gonna come?
Upstairs. Yeah, or come back down, whatever. All right. When that happens, you know, if she comes and she starts talking to me in the middle, forget it. Yeah. And we don't have to film all of this, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some reaction.
Okay, good.
And so there are this question about your upbringing and what did brought you to cinema in your upbringing, maybe.
But what is the question you really want to get to?
It was.
Was there a moment that I said, "Wow, I'm going to be a movie director"?
Yeah.
Did that movie, did that moment
yeah.
ever occur? No,
If
I
it's
don't. I don't think I had that kind of epiphany. No.
Okay.
Maybe I did and I forgot it. You know.
Mm.
Maybe I said, "Wow, we could put this on." You know, I don't know.
Okay, and
I think we were looking for an expression, you know. So I mean, obviously, the first way. I mean, from where I came from, I couldn't pen. My mother was actually an artist. But she was a housewife. But she drew. She can draw. But I didn't have that ability at all. And the music wasn't too. You know, I wasn't really great doing that. So, but I mean, I felt like I found my gift in the, you know. That I had whatever, you know, I had ability to do what I'm doing.
And they asked me, since there are cameras, can you talk to us about the documentary you are shooting about your musical band?
We're going to play, first of all, is this going to be on TV? What are we doing? Is this something that's being, when is this going to be shown?
It's for the radio and for a web TV.
Yeah, but we need this now. The show is tomorrow.
Okay.
What
We can
radio?
switch.
At least push the show. Where are we going to be, at the Metronome?
Yeah.
The Metronome. At 9, what time? 9 o'clock tomorrow night at the Metronome. Can you get that out there for us?
Yeah, of course.
Yes?
Yeah.
You got a radio station.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so just guys, be there, be square, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. You don't have any radio stations, right?
I don't have any radio
You don't have
stations.
anything. All right. Okay. We want to document the music of the film. So Joey's here, Hip is here, Schoolie's having a little passport problems. He's supposedly on the no-fly list. I guess that's where they put rappers from Philadelphia. But he might be here. If he's here, it'd be great. If he's not here, we're going to play anyway. And we're just going to just run through the fucking music, you know. You know, it's not going to be some big Broadway musical. We're just going to get the guys who created this music, you know, and I'm part of it. And we're going to play like we're, you know, how we play. And we're going to document that. And it's kind of now turned into a documentary of me being in France more. We're going to, because, we, you know, we're following the movies, you know, the retrospective of the movies, which the films, you know, the music of the films are playing on, you know, so. Anyway. As usual, we really don't know what we're doing, right, Emmanuel? We have one of the great French filmmakers here, and we're trusting him. Him, I don't know if I trust. No. Julian, I know I trust. Okay, so.
Okay, and you have said in many interviews that you have been influenced by European cinema,
Right.
Pasolini, Fassbinder.
Right.
But what was it the same with music coming from Europe?
I mean, the music, the real music for me comes from, I mean, I was brought up on rock and roll, and then that music, you know, you follow it back to where it came from. So, you know, the Delta blues is really, you know, the music that I think. But I like it all, you know, and then when you travel Europe, you realize the Delta blues came from someplace else, you know. And, you know, you travel around Morocco, North Africa, these places, and that music is being played other places. And living in Italy, there's a certain kind of music, you know. You know, the gypsy music playing here, I mean, I don't know, what's the question? It's a worldwide, what's the question?
If you were also influenced by music,
Yeah, but I mean, right now,
German music.
I mean,
Italian.
everybody influenced by each other and where it comes from, and who knows? I'm not a musicologist. I listen to music, it really turns me on. Okay? Now, I know when I listen to Robert Johnson, I don't think he's listening to the internet. But he could have been hearing crazy music on the radio coming from, you know what I mean? Who knows what Robert Johnson listened to? You dig? I have the, you know, an opportunity that Robert Johnson didn't have, that I travel all over the world, and I can see players from, you know, real traditional players. Kids that grew up more on fucking music. You know, I see Europeans playing more American music than I would ever know or hear. You know, so then it goes back and forth and whatever, you know, it's just playing it. And
Okay. And they asked me if you have followed the punk movement in New York at the end of the 70s.
I was in it. I mean, I didn't follow it. I was, you know, I was making films during that period. I mean, DD, you know, those guys. You know, I lived with them. I knew them. Yeah.
Okay. And
Who was they that asked you that?
oh, they asked me about bands like Television.
But who's they? But who's the they?
The journalists that should have come today.
Oh, these guys that are sick. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me get this straight. Let's get this story. Guys, somebody got to shoot this guy. Okay. The journalists who are going to ask, really interview me.
In fact, the two,
He's in the hospital. Both of them.
both of them are
got
in
sick.
the hospital for different reasons.
One has got not a bad, but he's got a lung problem.
Yeah, he's got
All right, don't get specific. Okay, and the other guy, what?
and the other guy, it's a heart problem.
This isn't because they had to interview me, right? I mean, you're not trying to guilt me on this, man.
magic or
All right, how many questions do they have?
Oh no, not so much. And is it true that you were in Woodstock?
Yeah, I was in Woodstock when I was 17 years old. I was there as a young kid. We were like just high school students. You know, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about everybody else, but as a, you know, celebration of love, I mean, that was a celebration that got me going on a life of fucking drugs and alcohol as a romantic fucking, I mean, it helped put that by. But yeah, I was there with a friend of mine who just got back from Vietnam, so he was completely out of it. I mean, cars backfired, he thought, forget it. I mean, my image of Woodstock, so many people, I mean, so many freaks. Because we were kids, we were real kids, you know. But I remember Hendrix walking, he walked through the crowd to the stage. He had his fucking guitar slung over his back. No one asked, I mean, that dude, and you know the performance he gave that night, you know what I mean? So.
Okay. Can you come back on the circumstances that led you to direct, in fact, what was your first film? It's 9 Lives of a Wet Pussy.
Yeah, right. 9 Lives of a Wet Pussycat. It's called, we called it White Women. That was our title, original title. You know, we were out of school and we needed to make a living in the business. You know, it was pure politics. You know, like Godard says, the politics, the finance of a film is the politics of a film. You know, we needed to shoot, we needed to support ourselves. You know, and that was a way. At that time in 1975, there was no video, there was no, you know, everything was, you had to make 35 millimeter films of actual sex acts, and people had to go to a theater to watch it. You're not going to see this at home. You understand what I'm saying? So there was a big, big business that, but I don't know, maybe we probably justified it by saying, well, you know, they sell low, and we're really making those kind of hard movies anyway. But it was a, you know, a commercial. You know, we were desperados though. You know, we were in it. I mean, that's how desperado we're there. You know, we were fucking. So we were gonna do anything to keep making movies, or to find our way in this. Probably a misconception I had of what the world of film. You know. At that time, we really thought you needed to be in a theater. You know, we had it. At that point, I'd been making films since I'm 16, right? We already had enough of showing it in schools, showing it on the side of buildings, you know, avant-garde, sell it. You know, I wanted to show a movie where people bought tickets and we got paid. You know, it's like that kind of like economic model.
Can we come back on the impact of Pasolini on your cinema? When did you discover him? And
We
what
saw him with
struck you?
Cello. Cello was the first film we saw, and no, Decameron was the first one we saw. You know, the guy's a force of nature. He's a monster. You know, I mean, I've been talking about him now, but forget it, for 40. You know, in the last 2 years we have been talking nonstop about it. But the guy is a force of nature. He's a force of nature. The first time I saw him, the second time I saw him, the second 100,000th time. You read his books, you read his poetry, you meet the people that knew him. The guy was you know, he's a lion. You know, he was a fucking, he was everything that you wanted it to be. You know what I mean? You gotta get, when these guys like, yeah, okay, he's getting them over there. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, you know, yo, what's going? So he's everything that, Joe, you know, this is a good question. Joe, now they're asking why we made 9 Lives of a Wet Pussy.
Why?
Why was your brother in it? Because we're desperados trying to get into the game.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we're trying to get in the game.
We
We actually had a big screening of that, man. You know, like, we invited, like, our father, you know, like, you remember that screening we had in that, you remember that big screening we had?
Yes.
And all kinds of, Norman Mailer was there. You know, everybody was there. Like, we're like, wow, look at our new thing. You know, it was like,
And we did, you know, Abel, we did the score in a state-of-the-art studio.
yeah, no, it's one of the best scores he
It
had.
took a while for us to get back to actually being in a really great studio.
Yeah, no, we went from that to his bathroom.
Right.
No, but that was the best. That was a great band, right? You had Max, that
Right.
dude who was the Santos, the
Max
percussion
Santos.
player. Tone.
Danny Tone.
Okay, who never plays for anybody.
Right.
There's this like virtual. He's talking about Hendrix. He has a friend who's like plays like Hendrix, only he's like a white, upper class tennis player
Right.
who wants to be a tennis player.
Right.
Okay, and he's like the last guy in the world. He's like a little like James Taylor kind of dude. You know, had the hair, had that thing. Never moved, wouldn't play. He picked up the guitar. It was like God playing.
That's right, man.
You know what I mean? But he could never get him to play. But he played on these. Yeah, we should have the. Is he's still alive though, right?
You bet, man.
He
is,
fucking and
But he's not doing much, you know.
you don't
He's
play.
not doing much. He's meditating. Talk about Buddhism.
Yeah, I fucking meditate this. So now here's a guy who can play like Hendrix, doesn't play. I play like a fucking guy, guy in the subway. I'm playing all the time. I'm putting together this whole fucking thing. It's like funny.
Unbelievable.
All right, so
Yeah, Abel, I'll let you go.
yeah, okay. What time?
See you in a bit.
Good.
Also, they had this question about you were an independent filmmaker and about your collaboration with Warner and major companies. Was it the script that attracted you? How did it happen? This
It's the same thing as
collaboration?
the script. It's the money. I mean, I don't. It's always that thing. We were in the game. We weren't like here and there. The game was like this at that point. Guys who were New York street, filmmakers were making big Hollywood movies. I mean, Jarmusch, all those guys, Lynch. You know what I mean? These guys all whatever. I mean, everybody starts somewhere. I was attracted by the money. I was attracted by the initial idea of making the third version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers sounds ridiculous. But when I read the original material, and now I can't keep remembering everybody's names, but fuck. There's like a short story that all three movies were based on, or four, right? They made another one with Nicole Kidman, right? That's such a fucking magical piece of material, okay? That I think that locked me in, because I don't know if I would have been able to, it was a lot, I'm shooting in the Warner Hollywood system, and I'm out of my mind to begin with, and a lot of fucking, I quit maybe 50 times, no matter how much money it was, but it was a lot of money, and, I had married, I had kids, it was, this kind of, responsibilities, but I never would have made it through, except because of the material, and we had the guys together, and that money gives you another way of shooting in we shot in CinemaScope. We were able to really create events, like really film in that kind of style, you know what I mean? So, thanks to Nikki St. John, and Tony Redmond, the editor and my writer, they were able to, play the game with this, because we didn't even have a final cut, they could have really destroyed that. They changed a few shots that I'm not happy with, but I like that film. I love the piece of material. I wish I could do that material again, not under those circumstances. That guy, hey, they made four fucking movies. They fucked up, who's the original? Don Siegel. Siegel's movie, which is a masterpiece, even destroyed. They destroyed that movie. They tried to, but it was too powerful. And, yes, that's a bucket list kind of shit. I wish I could make that film. The film that the guy had, where the Martians are the good guys. The Martians aren't the villains. But in Hollywood, a Martian is like a terrorist. You can't have those guys being the good guys. The good guys have got to be the good guys. And our movie, the American Horror, it was like, what the family was. I don't know what the fucking premise was. Anyway.
And just so there's this retrospective in Toulouse of your cinema, and there are many amazing performances of actors in your movies.
Right.
So the question is about your method. If you might have a method in working with actors to get all of that out of them.
I mean, they give the performance. They're there. They got it. You don't have to do anything. You basically just have to connect and record it and get a place where, you know, these guys could do everything they can do, you know, and be all that they are, you know, and us as a crew capture it, which isn't as easy as it sounds. You know, a guy can give a great performance, camera's in the wrong place, it's no good. If the sound fucks up, you don't have it. You know, so we just, I don't know, man. It's so simple when it happens, you know. I mean, it's so simple in theory. The guy comes, you don't have to do anything with Harvey Keitel. Harvey has got it all happening, okay? It's there. We know how to film. It seems so simple, okay, but it's not, okay? Somehow, you know, somebody has to go to the hospital. The electricity shuts off. He doesn't feel well. Somebody's pissed off at somebody else. Somebody doesn't pay somebody. You know what I mean? You know, you're up all night getting loaded before you come to the set. You know, I mean, but in theory, it's not, there's nothing to create, you know, in that, you know.
You said you have to connect. I think, is there like any special key to connecting with the actors?
Any key to connect to another person. I mean, the key is you want to. You know, you care. You care about that person. He cares about you. Everybody cares about what's going on. All right? And then there it is. You know, but everybody's got to care and everybody's got to feel, and it's got to be a group deal, you know? Because it's a group trip.
And can we just come back on how did you meet Joe Delia? I don't know how to
I met him
pronounce.
through his brother. These guys were musicians, you know. He was a local hotshot musician, you know, and we needed a score for the movie. And I can't do it, you know what I mean? He's like, he could play, you know, he's got that, he's a gifted musician. That's where you'll see him tomorrow night. Well, you heard him yesterday, right? I mean, Joey playing. Joey plays, he can play good, right?
Of course.
Yeah. He's when he locks in, it's cool. But we were all just in the, this was like, I was living in a town called Nyack, which is like the border of Jersey. This is like Bruce Springsteen country. And his brother owned a motorcycle shop that Bruce hung out in. Everybody was broke. Everybody was in this world of like 1973. You know, like what the fuck? You know, the 60s are over. The punk thing didn't happen. Who the fuck knew what was going on? You know, everybody's broke. Bruce is Bruce, but nobody even knows him. Except the guys at a motorcycle shop. You know, he's playing. I shouldn't say that. They know him. He plays. These guys play. They had a band. We're making films. Everybody's out of school. Everybody's got to earn a living. You know what I mean? There's no grants to artists. You know, Richard Nixon is not going to support us as young artists. That's not going to happen. It's still not going to happen. You know, we're not like in Germany when they're supporting Herzog and Fassbinder, all these guys are like a cultural, you know, we weren't in the cultural handout line, you know. All right? Because I got to go. So, go ahead. Give me one more.
One more? Okay.
I mean, how many you got? You could put this guy. I mean, what is this? This is for what? And this ain't even going to be on in time to get anybody in this movie theater. So by the time this is on, we're out of town.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So.
It's as you like it. If you want one more.
I mean, but you got a list of 450 fucking questions, right? Come on.
There were many. I didn't know there was so much.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That piece of paper, we could talk for 40 years. I mean, but you don't even know what these guys really want to know, right?
Yeah, I'm not them, so.
Right. All right. So what do you want to know? Forget. Give me this.
Okay.
Yeah, turn this thing over. Okay, what do you want to know? But you know anything about my movie? You never seen any of my movies, right? You seen a few?
Yeah,
All right,
I've
well,
seen a few
okay,
of your
okay.
movies.
You've
We have
seen. You guys
many
seen
of
mine,
them.
right? What would you like to know? I'm here. I'm here right now. I might never come back. So, what is it that you really
What gets you
interested?
jazzed?
What?
No,
Being
I
here,
mean,
playing.
what
You know,
gets you
playing,
excited?
making a movie. You know, living life. You know.
What about the movie? Like, I mean, come on. Like, there's different parts. Like you said, right? You make certain movies and it sort of sucks, and you think about quitting, and then you stay in.
No,
it.
I don't. I don't do that.
Well, no, you said early on there's some
The what?
times where you were close to leaving, even though the money was good, right? And I'm
I
just
was
saying,
in
like,
the pro. No,
Yeah.
that's not what I said. I
Okay.
said I was in the process. If I'm going to make a movie, it's going to rock
But
and
is it
roll.
like what? Yeah, what?
I would have
what's the
left
thing that
if I
gets you
thought I
jazzed?
couldn't bring that movie to, if there was nothing there.
Yeah,
You think? So it's not like I make a movie, oh, that sucks, this one's good. It's not like hit and miss.
yeah.
There's not one movie that's any different than any other movie I make. You know, people ask me that, you know, so
What gets you jazzed?
it all
I mean,
does it. The
all of
process, being here, talking about it, filming, you know, making a movie, getting the guys here, playing tomorrow night, you know, trying to raise money for the new movie, selling the movies we got. Selling means they're out there. I mean, it was jazz. 28 of my movies are playing here, all of them. I don't know where they found these fucking movies. I don't know what maniac even fucking conceived to do such a thing. Do you know what I mean?
35 millimeters.
35 millimeters. He found prints that don't exist. Wouldn't that make you jazzed?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I love process. I'm a film photographer.
All right. So, but
I
I mean,
understand.
so like, what would make me jazz? What part of all this doesn't jazz me?
Okay.
I mean, what's the negative? What's the negative part here? You don't like the color of the rug?
Warm water.
The what?
The warm water in France.
I mean, you know, come on, man, give me
It's
some
just-
fuck. No, I mean, that's my patience. That's just because I'm nervous to do the interview. So I'm like, that's how I vent my, you know, and coffee. You know, I'm from Rome, so the coffee deal is a little.
It's disappointing here. It's not great.
I don't want to say anything negative because France is my country. You know, that's my spiritual heart and soul. But, you know, the espresso in Rome is the espresso in Rome. Better than the coffee in the United States. Not as good as Napoli. They got the same machine. They got the same coffee. I don't get it.
They don't wash the machines here.
Nah, you don't have to wash them. Don't, you know,
I don't know. I live here now, and I'm.
whatever. Okay, anyway, so...
Just because your cinema is so much associated with New York, we look at how I discovered your cinema. It was with Thriller Killer and
Yeah, right.
this kind of movies on VHS. And so now that you're not living anymore in New York,
Right.
do you think it will really change your cinema?
I hope so. I mean, you know, the film's going to change, but where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, everything changes, you know. New York is not New York anyway. The New York of Driller Killer isn't the New York of King of New York.
Yeah.
New York of King of New York is not the New York of our Christmas. So, you know, what does it matter? You know, Mean Street's the greatest fucking New York film in the world. They shot in L.A. You know what I mean? It's a state of mind. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, it's not that physical place because New York is just constantly changing. And you have to be there. You know, if you're there, the welcome to New York is not there now. That was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You think? So if that's not there, the Ms. 45 New York, that's long gone. But so what, you know? Live in a place in Rome which seems like, I don't know, anyway. But what do you say? I'm going to lose my inspiration because I'm not where I live?
Yeah, that's the space where you live.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And what, you think Rome is second to New York?
No, not
New York's
at all.
Rome's been there for 3,000 years, the greatest artists in the world. They paint the Sistine Chapel in Rome. I mean, if I can't find inspiration in fucking Rome, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be kidding me.
No, of course, and there have been so many films.
You know, I've been here. I've been Paris. Well, you know, the money comes from Paris. I mean, the greatest works of art in the world have been financed there. The greatest works of art have not been financed, which is even better, right? The greatest work in the world has not been financed. The guys just fucking did it. Nobody was backing it. So, and that was in Paris. All right, guys, we gotta
Thank
do
you so
it.
much.
Yeah, guys, listen,
Thank you
man.
very much.
Please, we're playing tomorrow night. You gotta help us get the word out.
Okay.
Yeah, but how are you gonna do it?
We can talk about it on the radio, of course.
Well, when are you on the radio? You're a DJ?